Good morning. We've made it to Friday. It's Friday, September the 24th. We're going to do lesson 2.9 today. The essential question for 2.9. How do you use place value to find 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, or 100 less than a 3-digit number? Let's get into this lesson, and I think that essential question will start to make more sense. We are supposed to, for the number of girls, we are supposed to have 342. Okay, so 342. So I'm just going to fill that in. But now let's make a quick picture under that, shall we? So for 300s, we know we have 300 flats. For 4 10s, 4 10 sticks. And for the unit cubes, 2 1s. So there's our 342. Now let's look at the boys. For the boys, we are supposed to have 352. Okay, so let's write that number down. 352. Okay, let's do our quick picture. 300s. 5 10s this time. And 2 1s. Hey, I noticed something about this problem. Look. My hundreds, they are the same. My ones are the same. It's the tens that have a different number. The girls have 10 less than the boys because there's 4 10s here, 5 10s there. So the girls are 10 less. Well, in the same way, the boys are 10 more because 5 is a bigger number. That's the kind of problems we're going to do today. We're going to think about 10 less, 10 more, and even also look at the hundreds as well. So let's get started. Let's look at Model and Draw on page 124. On page 124, they are using quick pictures to help you know how to do this problem. They're going to give us today problems like this: 10 less than 264. Well, first thing you have to know is less means smaller. So remember, less means smaller. And it's 10 less or 10 smaller. So for this problem, we will look in the tens column. Because it's getting smaller, the number that comes before 6 is 5. And we can show that that's what they did on the quick picture. They crossed out one of those 10s, and now look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We won't always have a quick picture there, so we want you to use your place value and the words less and more to know what to do, whether to get bigger or smaller. Now, on the same side, or on the other side, they did 10 more than 264. You need to know that more means bigger. So you're going to get to the bigger number. So here, 264, the 6 is in the tens because it's 10 more. Change that 6 to a 7. 7 is 1 more than 6. And so they changed. And then you can see here they also added that quick picture, the 10 stick there. So when we do this lesson, we're going to look at the less or more. And then we're going to look to see whether it says 10 or, like down here, 100. And I'll show you the way that Mrs. Gray wants you to do it, to do these problems. Down here, it's 100 less than 264. Less means smaller, so we know we're going to get smaller. And it's 100, so we have to look in the hundreds column. Where 2, what number comes before 2? Oh, it's a 1, so we change the 2 to a 1. We leave the 10s and 1s the same. The quick picture shows what we did. We took away 100 flat and changed the 2. Now we only have 1 left. Now the opposite of that is 100 more. More means bigger. So we're going to look in the hundreds because it says 100 more. So we look at the 2. We know that 2 the number bigger than 2 is 3. So we change the 2 to a 3. And look, 1, 2, 3. We still have the 10s and the 1s the same. So let's try some of these together. On number 1, down at the bottom, it says 10 more than 648. So first thing I ask you to do is I ask you to underline more. And that shows me that you read the problem. More means bigger. Now it says 10 more. The next part I want you to do is underline the tens number because the answer is supposed to be 10 more. Okay, so I've underlined the 4. If it's 10 more, what number is bigger than 4? I hope you just said 5. So we change that 4 to a 5. Now here's the really cool thing. Our 6 stays the same. Our 8 stays the same. So 10 more than 648 is 658. The only number that changed is the number in the tens because it was 10 more. Now let's look at number 2. Number 2 says 100 less than 513. I want you to underline less. That shows me that you read the problem. Less means smaller, means you lost something. And the problem says 100 less. So now underline the number in the hundreds column. And in this case, it's a 5. Okay, so we have to change the 5. It's less. That means it's going to be smaller. What number comes before 5? I hope you answered 4. 4 comes before 5. Our 10s and our 1s stay the same, so we write down 1 and 3. So 100 less than 513 is 413. Let's look at 3 and 4. Number 3 says 100 more than 329. Okay, first thing, I want you to underline more. That tells me that you have read the problem and you know that more, we're going to make it bigger. Now the problem asks for 100 more. So now I want you to underline the number in the hundreds, which is a 3. Okay, so now we have to make more than 300. It's 100 more. Well, now what number comes after 3? I hope you said 4. 3 plus 1 more is 4. Then we look at the number in the tens and the ones. They stay the same. 429. Okay, let's look at number 4. Number 4 says 10 less than 827. Let's underline less. That shows me that you're listening or reading the problem and you know what you're looking for. Less means smaller. We have to do 10 less. So I have to underline the number in the tens. Okay, so our number in the tens is a 2. What number is smaller than a 2? I hope you said 1. So I will write down the tens number is now 1. That's going to be 10 less. The hundreds stay the same. The ones stay the same. And we have 817. Okay, so today you are going to complete the rest of this assignment. And I'm going to let you do it independently. Remember, more means bigger. Pay attention to whether it's tens or hundreds. Over here, less means smaller. And pay attention if it's tens or ones that you're looking for. You have to do this page and the page on the back. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. Good luck.